You're about to listen to the Pro Wrestling Zone podcast, a Majestic production property. One of the quickest rising professional wrestling podcasts on the market today, and the most entertaining podcast in the history of existence. Please note, before diving into the show, that this is for entertainment purposes only, so myself and Peanut Gallery engage in exaggerations, dirty or offensive jokes, and satirical comments. If you are a triggered little snowflake who gets professionally offended, this is not the podcast for you. If you do enjoy our work, we ask that you contribute to our Patreon page at patreon.com/MajesticP. Contributors get access to the Discord, vote on what topic we cover, and enjoy exclusive content such as pay-per-view watch parties. Here's a sample of that from NXT TakeOver Portland. What about the other company that Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly went from?
Oh, ROH?
The one that they were signed exclusively to.
Oh, Ring of Honor?
Oh, no. Oh, that's going to be a lot of fun. Oh my God. I felt that in my hand. If this is something you believe you would enjoy, visit our Patreon at patreon.com/MajesticP and become a patron. This ensures that we continue to entertain you for years to come. Without further ado, sit back and enjoy the show. Welcome to the 28th edition of the Pro Wrestling Zone. I am Tiger Height, still your Majestic champion of the world.
And I'm Peanut Gallery, still not the Majestic champion of the world.
I know, you need to get on my level, scrub. So anyway, now, we're going to do something a little bit different on this. We're going to do the general topic first.
Yep.
And then we'll do the pay-per-view because, trust me, we have a lot to talk about on that pay-per-view.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be the majority of it. But first, any news this week?
Other than the Steiner collapse.
Yes, Scott Steiner did. It's a heart attack for sure because his heart stopped that night.
Yes, Scott Steiner had a heart attack during some Impact Wrestling tapings.
Yep.
To what I heard last, he's still doing fine.
That's good.
Which is very good. I'm glad. I don't obviously like people dying, but
yeah,
I'm surprised that Steiner is still living.
Yes.
But really, other than that, there really hasn't been a whole lot going on outside of that. There was the big development in the AEW video game.
Yes.
So they basically have the people who developed the WWF No Mercy game and that same exact engine on lockdown. They're probably going to make an announcement either later this year or early next year. But we're going to have to wait a couple of years before this game comes out because
it's gonna be good when it comes out. Also, I heard that they were also, instead of releasing a new game every year like WWE has been doing, they're going to do roster updates for downloadable packs, which is
they're gonna do
a plus.
They're going to do like $25-$30 for roster updates, gear updates, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So they don't have to do that in every I can't remember how many years.
Right.
But they said every couple of years or so they'll do a full update on the engine.
Right.
So anyway,
anything else? No. What about Rowe getting
oh yes.
There was rumors that he had the coronavirus.
Yes, so when in Saudi Arabia, I think 3 days before they left, there was a first coronavirus case, and Raymond Rowse was sick right after or during the flight, which caused a lot of concern because it showed a lot of the same symptoms as the coronavirus.
But it turns out he was not.
It was just a cold.
It was a flu. It was not a coronavirus.
It wasn't a coronavirus flu. It was just a regular flu.
Right. But still, that's a cause for concern. Keep all those affecting your thoughts.
Right. This shit's crazy, but at the same time, just wash your hands, don't touch your face, and be mindful, and you'll be fine.
Right. WrestleMania is still on board, as far as we know.
No, it is.
Yeah,
110% is still on board.
If you look at it, a lot of the entertainment stuff is still on board, so WrestleMania is going to be one of those.
Well, yeah. I mean, it would be stupid for them to cancel WrestleMania. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
but
at this point in time, yeah. So anyways, our little topic, I guess, because there's only one pay-per-view this week, and there's only one next week. So our shows, I guess, for the next couple of weeks is we'll cover the one pay-per-view, and then we'll have like a mini topic. So this week was Tiger Heights mini topic, so I'll let him introduce it.
Okay, so this was a fan recommendation, and I thought since we did the WrestleMania one, let's do a dream card for AEW's Double or Nothing, because both Peanut Gallery and I have agreed that Double or Nothing is the AEW equivalent of WrestleMania.
Yeah, pretty much.
This is basically the largest card that they do. This was like this was the show that set AEW into the ground.
Right.
So we're going to say that this was Double or Nothing, like WWE was to WrestleMania in the 80s.
And so here's how we'll do it: is we will, because we have a lot of matches that are in common, so we'll do those. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do it like thematically, like I'll
do my first match, then Peanut Gallery will do his first match.
It's not necessarily in order, but we're gonna do, it's more of a thematic thing, because we do have like 3 of the 6 or 7 matches that are the exact same.
Right, I kind of had mine in order as a part of what it would be.
Oh, who cares?
But here are the rules. So if you want to do your own dream card, these are the rules you must follow. 7 matches minimum. You must have 7 matches.
7 matches. Okay.
Don't go crazy.
7 matches minimum. 1 women's match. 2 tag team matches. Every title has to be on the line.
Yep. As accordance to the defending champions as of right now, too.
Okay, yes. And then must explain the rivalry and then post-Dynamite show if you choose to do so, which
You kind of did, you kind of didn't. I did, because I feel like it's not more so of the pay-per-view, but really like the build-up to after, because you really want to establish solid rivalries, and one of my main events kind of has more of the post-match than the actual match.
All right, so let's talk about the first one, which is Dark Order and SCU.
This was my first match.
And we both have this match in common, so...
And for mine, there's a stipulation. If SCU wins, the Dark Order must reveal the Exalted One.
I really feel like the Exalted One will be revealed before this pay-per-view.
It probably will, but at the same time, if they don't, at least it's something that makes sense, and I feel like
it's something that they can build on.
Right, it's something that they can build on, and it's something that they can work with leading up to this pay-per-view, because it's in May.
Right.
Right now, we're in March, early March. It's like, oh, let's announce this match and build it, and they can do that, and it's something that people will be initially interested in.
All right.
So a lot of creative ideas with that. My next match is kind of a dark horse match, but I feel like this is something that they're going to do.
So here's what's going to happen is we know that between now and then, Brody Lee is going to make his debut. Yes. The question about that is, who is his first opponent going to be going into the event here?
My second match is Brody Lee versus Luchasaurus.
And I had Brody Lee versus Jake Hager.
Okay.
So, again, it's really interesting because I don't know where Brody Lee is going to fit into this whole thing.
Right.
We have a better idea as to where Matt Hardy might fit in than Brody Lee. Brody Lee is kind of a dark horse. He could be a face, he could be a heel. Either way, it's going to be great, and you know that they're going to have him on that card somewhere.
Oh, easily.
But it's not going to be a title match.
Right. It's going to be like your general regular match. And like I said, for me, I think Brody Lee or Luke Harper works better as a heel anyway.
Yeah.
So that's why I put him with Luchasaurus.
He might work better as a face. I don't know. Against Jake Hager? 2 big guys?
Well, Luchasaurus is also big, and that's why I'm like, it's a heel guy going into this, and I think a lot of people would be uber jazzed about Luchasaurus and Brody Lee.
Because people like Luchasaurus, too. Luchasaurus is over right now.
No, the Jurassic Express in general are over as fuck.
They are.
So I feel like this would be a great match to go into, and also if Luchasaurus loses, well, he probably would if this match happens.
Right.
He won't be buried because he's more so of the tag team variety than he is the singles. This is just like that big spectacle match.
Right.
And I think it would just be really cool to see that
To
for
get
Double or
people
Nothing.
interested, yeah.
And also, before we continue, we do have a vested interest because we're actually going to be at this event.
Yes.
So, yes.
Fun.
Our next match, well, at least mine, is the Death Triangle, which I hate the name, which I think we're probably going to have a bitch about. That is the Lucha Brothers and Pac taking on the Best Friends and Orange Cassidy. This one is obvious.
Yeah, that one's going to develop. I have the same exact match on my card.
It just sounds so good.
Yep.
The people would be so over with this because everybody here is great. And this is how you build a six-man tag.
Yep, absolutely.
Where you don't... Basically, what it is that you put everybody in matches that don't involve everybody yet. So, the Pac Orange Cassidy match, there was outside interference with the Lucha Brothers and the Best Friends, leading to this match. This match is obviously going to happen, and now, with the name of the Death Triangle, they're going to build upon that with merch and marketing and blah, blah, blah.
Right. So, you know.
And, it would still be just a fantastic match overall.
Right.
Everyone here is fantastic.
Yep.
And speaking from experience, especially from Revolution, this match will be like, everyone will need a cigarette, let's put it that way.
Yeah, it's going to be a great match.
Hell, I mean, I'm actually going to try to talk to Peanut Gallery and say, if we're going to stay down on the strip, maybe we'll do a cigar and walk?
That's another topic for another day.
Not a bad idea.
Let's talk about the next match that you have on yours, because I have the same exact match on mine. Kenny Omega and Hangman Page versus the Young Bucks.
Now, this is not a regular tag for me. This is a no disqualification tornado tag for the tag team champions. And I put this because for me, they're going to tease Hangman Page going against Kenny Omega.
Oh, yeah.
And he betrays Omega at this event.
Yeah, we thought it was going to happen after Revolution. They are putting subtle hints in
so
there.
Goddamn good at that.
Oh my god!
It's like this is almost a thing where I want to watch next week.
Right.
But at the same time, I have other things to do, so I don't watch it every week.
Right.
So they're obviously going to have the Bucks win. That's my prediction. As a part of this dream card.
Right.
But Page hits Omega with the buckshot lariat on purpose. Mm-hmm. Like, almost about to win.
Right.
Boom, buckshot. The crowd just goes ballistically pissed because Kenny Omega's a national treasure.
Right.
And the Bucks...
He is.
And then the thing is, the Bucks don't know what happened.
Right.
So then they'll pin Omega.
Yep.
Page is gone. Or he rolls out of the ring and sells an injury so he doesn't get involved. And then he continues to attack, builds up Hangman Page, Kenny Omega for possibly a number one contenders match later down the road.
Yes.
Nothing bad there.
Right. So the next match that Tiger Eye has on his card is the Nyla Rose. So as far as Nyla Rose goes, after Revolution, it's kind of hard to pick who we have as number one contender. Tiger Hyde has Awesome Kong, and I have Britt Baker. So
my problem is with Britt Baker is that Britt Baker is an obvious heel.
Right.
She continues to win, don't get me wrong, and she deserves at least an opportunity to go for the belt, but Nyla Rose is a heel. Awesome Kong, as of right now,
Awesome Kong's a face, isn't she?
She was a heel, but the Nightmare Collective is not a thing anymore. She was with Brandy.
Right.
And Brandy symbolically disbanded that team. So if they did something as accordance to this, they could build Awesome Kong as another monster woman babyface to go up against Nyla Rose.
So it really, but I think Awesome Kong, she's kind of like Randy Orton in that regard. I think she works better as a heel. But I really can't think of anyone else besides Awesome Kong or Britt Baker to go up against her.
I know.
Because Britt Baker she's good. Don't get me wrong. I mean, Britt Baker, she's a heel, but she is good.
She's winning and winning and winning.
Right.
She has not lost a match this year.
Right. So, there's a couple possibilities there. Let us know what you think about Nyla Rose's next potential opponent.
Because as of right now, it's not Chris Statlander. That was kind of a weird match, but I loved that match.
It was a good match.
It was a really good match. Watch our previous episode if you want to hear our full review on it. It was a much better match than I expected it to be.
So the sixth match is the Cody situation.
So, for me, This is what I'm thinking is going to happen, because what I think they're going to do is going to have MJF and Cody for the AEW World Champion. That's going to happen. But they're going to have like a month or two where they're not even involved with each other, as the same thing as Okada and Omega when they had their trilogy. Now, Cody needs something to do. And with Jake Roberts coming out and saying that he has a client and he's tired of him bitching about losing, that this has to be where Lance Archer debuts, where it's a tease from now until then. We don't even know when Lance Archer is going to show up.
Right.
Where we don't know who this guy is. And Jake Roberts comes out every week and drops some subtle hints on a couple of different options.
Right.
Now, it doesn't matter who it is, but I want him to kind of sprinkle in just that benefit of the doubt, because that's what people want.
Right.
We want the thing of, it could be Archer, it could be Roberts, it could be Raven, it could be Hardy, it could be whoever.
Right. And now I think that Cody's going to go up against MJF again, but this can be the last part of their little fight here. And I think it's going to be a last man standing match.
Now, for me, that's not me. I think they're going to do it for one more time, but that's going to be later.
Okay.
For me, I think it's going to be Cody versus Lance Archer, because what a way to debut. And they signed him to big money because Archer has been absolutely crushing it. And with Archer, with Jake Roberts, that just seems like a fit in hell. And it's, a positive thing, obviously.
Right. Now, for the final match of the night, we, of course, have the same match, essentially. Jon Moxley and Chris Jericho.
You can't have another match. So there is nobody on these guys' level except for Cody or MJF.
Right.
Now, for me, I have a false count anywhere, but yet the inner circle is banned from ringside.
So it's whatever.
And I have Moxley to win overall, but for me, I did not have MJF in anything, because this is where MJF comes out, becomes the biggest heel in wrestling, where he attacks Jon Moxley in his home state, or his home city, actually, and then holds up the AEW World Champion, signifying the next rivalry. Moxley, MJF, who's already being Cody, number one in the rankings for the World Champion. It just writes itself.
Right.
And for me, I feel like Moxley and Jericho with such high praise, false count anywhere, no disqualifications. Let's have a fight.
Yeah. So that's kind of what we had for the Double or Nothing Dream Card. Let us know your thoughts.
Yeah.
We look forward to it.
Obviously, I'm excited for Double or Nothing. We're going to be there, so I'm not sure when we're going to be able to do. Well,
we'll just do it on Sunday.
Yeah, that's on Saturday, so it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
So we're going to be there. So,
and then we are also thinking about doing a Mecha show as well that same weekend. So we might be doing 2 pay-per-views that weekend, just as a special little treat.
Also, if you don't know, Mecca is FSW, which is the local promotion here in Las Vegas.
Yes, they do shows.
Their show is literally that same weekend, and we're like, we'll probably.
Well, because there are a lot of Jon Moxley is one of the most famous alum.
Yep.
And Jon Moxley makes appearances there all the time.
Yep. John Morrison, or Johnny Mundo at the time, he was one of their main champions. He had to vacate it because he signed with WWE.
So they are doing. They have a lot of great people going for that champion now. Like they have a tournament going on.
It's really good stuff.
I mean, you got like Chris Masters. You got Daga. You got Willie Mack. I mean, you got a lot of great people going for it. So I'm really looking forward to it.
If you ever want to look it up, it's FSW, the Future Stars of Wrestling.
Yes, they have a school here, and they have they do shows out of Samstown Casino all the time. So
it's kind of like Monster Factory, but not New Jersey. So definitely give it a gander. Let us know what you think, and we would love to see your Double or Nothing cards on Twitter.
Yep.
We're going to be right back.
When we come back. Oh, Lord.
You better brew some coffee, grab a drink, because this is going to be a shit show for the ages.
Oh, yeah.